this came across. How did this all come together?
You know, sometimes there are. Dana's a persistent guy, and there are ways of making things happen. And, you know, like I said, man, I've worked with him for a long time, and he understands that. For me, you know, I love money. Obviously, you want to make money when you do things like that. But ultimately, it's about competition. And he touches on things that he knows that I will respond to, right? So when he starts saying things like history, you know, you can make history if you can pull this off. I tend to listen. And I listened, and then I thought about it, and now we're here.
When did he first approach you on it?
Right after the fight, he asked me immediately, and you know, you guys know what I said. But then Monday when I got home, he was texting me, and I didn't answer because I thought we were just kind of talking in the back, you know. And the next text I got was, "Stop dodging me, answer your phone." So I called him back, and we got to talking, and I told him some of the things that could happen to make the fight happen, and he was very receptive to it.
Was tough on the negotiation, like right away, though?
It was part of it. You know, they asked me about the Ultimate Fighter, and I've done it with other guys as an assistant, and I had some things scheduled for right after the fight. So I was like, you know, I don't really want to do the show. And then you know, he started talking to me about doing the show and the opportunity to help these young men out. And I was like, man, you know what? I do want to do it. And I said, when? And he goes, you got to be there by next week. I was like, you know, I'm going to have to take a couple days where I have to go do some things. But yeah, I'd love to take a part of it.
I mean, tell us about that kind of upheaval in your life, your personal life, family. How do you get things arranged that quickly?
You've got to have a good support system, right? My wife, Selena, has to be understanding. She has to know that it's about things that are much bigger, right? It's about us coming here in 2010 to coach with Team Koscheck and having nothing, and her experiencing it, and look at how we've come full circle. Now we're coaching the Ultimate Fighter, and she remembers that, right? Even though her position now is much different, she remembers being in that apartment in 2010 and not having anything, and not really knowing what we were going to do, just with the hope that we could turn this into something. And she had to understand. It kind of sucks, though, because my son has wrestling. My daughter has gymnastics. I've got a youth wrestling team. Again, support system. My assistant coaches at my gyms. My wife actually helping me with all the wrestling. My friend and assistant Cassandra, she helps me. So it's a lot of people that have to play a part in trying to make that decision come to pass.
What was her initial response when you said, honey?
She's like, no, what are you doing? She's like, we had stuff planned. She was like, you said after this fight we would take time, because normally I'll take a month where I don't do TV. I don't do anything because I want to spend time with her and the kids. And it wasn't a month this time, it was a week. And she was just like, wow, this is crazy.
You were saying, like, in Boston, though, that this would be like your last year fighting. Did you ever thought about that you would have the shot for the heavyweight title in this time?
No, I didn't. I did not think that I would have this opportunity. I thought that I would have some more fights and hopefully potentially find some big fights to be a part of, and that was going to be it. You know, I was going to ride to the sunset. But now I'm in a position that I never could have imagined 6-7 months ago. You know, when I left Anaheim, I was at my lowest. And now, a year later, I have the opportunity to come completely full circle. So, no, I didn't. I never thought I'd ever fight for a heavyweight title.
Have you talked to King about it?
I did. He was the first person I called whenever they asked me. You know, and I said, what do you think? You know, and he said, you know, honestly, he goes, I don't believe that I'm going to get a title shot right away. He goes, so this is such a great opportunity for you. You know, he said, you've done things in regards to my career, obviously going down in weight and everything. He goes, I have to support you. He goes, I want to support you. And he goes, not only am I supporting you from afar as a teammate, he goes, I'm going to be involved in trying to help prepare you to become the heavyweight champion of the world. So not only is he in words saying, I support you. He's here in Vegas with me right now. So when I got the call to uproot myself to Vegas, Kane did too. Because I go, I won't do this without you. I can't. He goes, I'll be there. And he's been here. So I'm with you guys right now. And both of our families just got off the plane to meet us for the weekend. So we're going to adjust, but we're doing this all together.
That was something. I'm sorry. You tweeted something about like things to be interesting once you get a title. He's getting his title back. So you think like if you get a title, he would be willing to fight you in the future?
No. I mean, if you listen to his interview on Monday, it was never he's going to fight me. We like to keep people on their toes. But I become the heavyweight champion of the world. Kane wins a comeback fight and is in line to fight for the title. I'd walk away again. There's no way I would ever fight him. And this is his division. So if I become the heavyweight champion and he wins a comeback fight and he's in line for a title shot, he'll fight somebody else.
You did say you wanted big fights moving forward to close out the year. You won't fight Kane, but it's crazy that Luke Rockhold's going for an interim title. He'll probably go for, if he wins that, he has the possibility of becoming the undisputed champion again. And then options are kind of up in the air, right? What if Luke wanted to challenge you at 205? Is that someone you would fight?
If Luke came up to 205, then I would just probably be done. I'm not fighting those guys. I would say here, you guys can have that belt back, and I'm done. I'm not going to fight Cain Velasquez. I'm not going to fight Luke Rockhold. It'll never happen. I would actually much rather vacate both championships than fight both of those guys. So I won't give you a quote that lets you guys spin it or anything. Won't fight Luke, won't fight Kane. I'd rather be beltless than fight either one of them.
There was reports that you actually phoned Stipe before you made your decision on this. Could you tell us a little bit about that phone call?
I do the TV thing, so I got to go to Cleveland and spend a day with Stipe Miocic. And I learned a lot about him, his character, who he is as a man, as a pillar of his community. And I was very happy to see what he is to the city of Cleveland. And when I got the call, I said, hey, if they're going to say fight Stipe Miocic for X amount of dollars, I'm going to say no. But if they say, we want you to go up to heavyweight and fight Stipe Miocic for X amount of dollars, Stipe is going to happen. And he goes, I love you for that. He goes, because I'm thinking the same thing. He goes, we got a chance to do something real special here. He goes, let's do it. And I was like, you know what? All right. And then in the background, I could hear his wife going, yes, DC, yes. For this, we have to do it. And I'm like, this was for competition, right? They don't all have to be bitter rivalries. This was for competition. A guy I respect, a guy I want to fight and beat because he has a heavyweight title and because I believe he will bring the best out of me.
So, talking about the super fight, how do you see his game and how do you think you guys match?
I mean, he's the most dominant heavyweight that's ever been, right? He's brought stability to a division that's long kind of been up and down, left, right, and around. So he's brought stability to this division. With that being said, matchup-wise, I believe it's a good fight. I believe that he's a boxer wrestler like I am, right? So all the skills that I have, he has, right? He's not a guy that's throwing 75 kicks in a fight. He's not a guy that I've only struggled with one guy, and I had a lot of success against that one guy. So the one guy that I've struggled with does not share the same type of fighting technique as Stipe Miocic. That's the best way I can see that.
Going back to that phone call for a minute, do you think that's something more fighters should do to try and get the best deal for themselves?
We do. I mean, we're both champions, right? We're both champions, so we can do that. I don't know if a guy fighting on an undercard has the position to do that. Some guys don't really have the leverage to do that, and it doesn't work. It hardly ever works. But in this situation, we got on the same page because we're both champions. And we're like, look, we don't have to do this. We can stay in our division and just fight other guys. If they want us to do that, if they want us to do this, they have to make it reasonable and make it good for us. And they did.